Hello everyone. Oh good, the audio is working. I was worried that my mic wasn't working. How is everyone today? How are all of you? I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. My gosh. Okay, I'm gonna just rewind that and start all over again. Sometimes when you have these technical glitches right at the get-go of your live, you get thrown off. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you a box opening. This is a fun video where I'm going to reveal to you some sneak peeks of products that are going to debut in the upcoming September through December mini catalog for 2023. It debuts on September 6th. So don't look for it on September 1st. It's not always on the 1st of the month. This one starts September 6th, and I have some fun goodies to show you. I have been very busy, so just on a personal note, we have some friends of ours from Vienna, Austria staying with us for almost 2.5 weeks. We're going to have them at our house. They're leaving soon. It's so sad. We're having a blast. We're doing all kinds of fun things. And in the midst of all of this, the new catalog is revealed to demonstrators. We get to pre-order. I got goodies last week on Friday. Half of my pre-order came on Friday. We were already up north at my parents' place enjoying the Caribou Lake and swimming, and it was so much fun. And then on Monday, I got the other half of it, came home, mailed out mini catalogs to those people who had requested them from me. And then it was just, more fun things going on with everybody, right? We were having just a blast. I'm doing my live on Wednesday, getting my blog post done here and there. But in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, I want to show you all this fun stuff that I got. Now, I didn't get everything in the mini catalog because I can't possibly pre-order everything. Can't afford all that. But there's a lot of fun stuff out there. So if you are on the internet, you can Google search, you can look on Pinterest, but just put little searches in there for, maybe you're on Facebook, maybe you're on Instagram. Just do searches for mini catalog, September through December 2023 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog, that sort of thing, and see what other demonstrators are out there who have pre-purchased that are sharing online as well, because you're going to see a ton more if you go out there and look. We had a box opening in my team leaders group, and she held it on, I think it was Thursday or Friday night. Again, we were up north, but the things that were shared were amazing, and my wish list is even longer. So hello, a big hello to so many of you who are chiming in. I did something different today too. I decided to put my blog post live, like I made it go live before the video went live in it. I was hoping to invite people who get my blog posts via email, and I was hoping that they would be able to say, oh gosh, there's going to be a live in about an hour. So maybe there's some newbies tuning in who haven't seen my lives before. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. We have our moderators here with us as usual. They did a special, they're joining us on a Friday instead of a Wednesday. So let's give a big round of applause to both Trisha Josephs on YouTube and Lisa Marshall on Facebook for taking time out of their busy schedules to help me out with these lives, because they're there to answer questions, especially with YouTube. I can't go back and answer questions within YouTube. So if you have a question and you're on the live and you're commenting live, then you want to make sure that you tag Trisha in your comment. The way that you do that is you type the @ sign, the A with the circle around it first, and then you start immediately typing her name, Tricia, and it'll come up, Trisha Joseph, so you can click on it, and her name will be highlighted just for her so that she can see your comment or question easier. Okay, yay! Thanks for the claps. Thanks for the good mornings. Thanks for telling me where you're from, and thanks for communicating with each other. It's always fun to see these conversations after the live is over, because I don't always catch everything. In fact, I catch hardly anything while I'm live, but it's fun to read them afterwards because you guys are getting to know each other. You're having conversations. It's so much fun to do lives. Okay, let's go down to the desktop because I want to show you the cover of the catalog. This is the only thing I can show right now. We have a rule in the Stampin' Up! World. Demonstrators get to pre-order beforehand, but we don't get to show via the web, the internet, via email, anything that can be electronic, right? We can't show the inside. If you want to come to my house, you can come on over and I can show you the catalog. Let me know if you need one as well. The demonstrators that are sharing the catalog either in person or they've got a friend over and you're looking at it on the computer together, that's totally fine too. We just can't share the live links yet because this is the time where demonstrators can pre-create. Like we can make things with the products and show these fun ideas. So it's a bonus. It's a bonus being a demonstrator. We have that extra month or more to dive in and really get to know the products well before Stampin' Up! Releases them to the public. So on that note, I'm going to bring my other catalog over because this is what I did to mine just to help me out with the live today. I've tabbed a bunch of pages. These pages indicate suites. Suites in catalogs are, and I'll show you an example in the annual catalog, suites are collections of products that go well together. For example, let's just go to Earth and Elegance. It's one of my favorites, 70 to 71. So if we turn to those pages in the annual catalog, which is already released, so I can show you the inside, you can see that there's beautiful samples, and you can also see the coordinating products. We've got a stamp set, we've got dies down here that coordinate with the stamp set, we've got some fun trim, and we've got beautiful 12 by 12 paper. So all of this stuff coordinates, and then you can make these beautiful products. You can order it just with one order number. Lots of benefits to getting things in suite collections. So that's how many suite collections there are in the mini catalog. It's not really a mini catalog then, is it? There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, look how thick this is. It's a pretty thick catalog, lots of pages. There's about 84-ish pages altogether, counting the front and back. And then these tabs are pages that I have extra product from that aren't in suites, but things that I want to share with you. Thank you, Carol. Thanks for your sweet comment. Or that was Delia. Sorry, Delia. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to start with, and I'm going to open this off to the side because I can't share the inside. So hang on a minute. We're going to start with, I'm going to go in page order. We're going to start with the suite called Merry, Bold, and Bright. Hang on, I'm going to move my computer here too. Okay, so the Merry, Bold, and Bright suite includes some really pretty things that are bright, cheerful colors. The two colors that really stand out because I got the specialty paper for it is the Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green colors. But you also have some other colors in there. Poppy Parade, I can bring this over just a touch right there. Poppy Parade, Crushed Curry, Shaded Spruce, and Blueberry Bushel. Blueberry Bushel? Yes, Blueberry Bushel. So lots of bold images as well. Christmas lights, things like that. Again, I can't show those to you, but I did get parts and pieces of that suite. And it's like a mirror. It's really cool. You can see the reflection of my camera up there. This is the Melon Mambo foil sheets, and this is the Granny Apple Green, one of the best colors ever. Ever. And you get 2 sheets of each. They're one-sided, so you don't have foil on the other side. What else can I tell you about the foiled sheets? I think that's it. So acid-free, linen-free. Then we have some embellishments that coordinate with that suite. And I'll just pull this out of here so you can see the colors. In fact, let's just do this. Let's do a zoom in a bit. So you can see that there's lots of pretty colors on these little dots. Now these are flat and they're stickers, and they call these the iridescent adhesive back discs. So they're not faceted like a rhinestone type of look or that sort of thing. They're flat, but they're iridescent. So you have kind of a multi-color look to a lot of them. This one, and this one have very iridescent-y look to them. The colors on these are Melon Mambo, white, Granny Apple Green, hang on a minute, Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo, white, and Granny Apple Green. Did I say them in order then? Yes, so Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo. This is white, but again, it's iridescent, so it looks kind of, bluish, greenish, depending on the light, the pink, there's pink in it, and then the Granny Apple Green. Lots of them. Okay, so that's from that suite as well. And one other product that I got in that suite that I could not pass up is the ribbon. And the ribbon is iridescent. It's gorgeous. It's white, and it's called white iridescent ribbon. It's a 1/2 of an inch thick. It's thin as far as you know, the feel this way. So great for bows. If you want a wide bow, you can put it across a project and get a nice sheen. You can make it become kind of like a little flag coming out from underneath something. Just really pretty. It's the same on both sides, so you don't have one side versus the other. We'll just do a little bow in here so you can see how easy it is to tie. And there we go with that. Really pretty stuff, isn't it? Gorgeous. Let me bring it up just a little bit higher so you can see it's got some texture to it. So that is, again, the Merry, Bold, and Bright Sweet Collection accessories. Okay, I don't have the stamp set. I do not have the designer paper. I know what happened, Rachel, because I can't buy it all. And I don't have the dies. We're going to move on to the next suite. What I'm doing is I'm going in page order so that if you do have your catalog in hand, you can follow along with me. I'm doing all the suite products first, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the extras, things that aren't in suites but are still awesome products. I know, the ribbon is gorgeous, isn't it, Priscilla? This next one I have pretty much everything from the suite. I could not pass up getting all of these things because they're top-notch beautiful, right? Okay, so let's bring over the Oh Holy Night suite. The Oh Holy Night suite has 2 bundles. I purchased one of the bundles. I purchased the one that has these dies and this embossing folder. So it's a hybrid embossing folder duo. We have the Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder. We have the Stars at Night stamp set and the Stars at Night dies. And you can see already the images can be coordinating with the images in the stamp set coordinate with the dies. You also have some dies in here that emboss when they stamp. So those aren't going to get cut. Those are going to get pressed into. We have, this one is pretty cool. Here, let me stick this back down. Look at this one. This one die cuts 3 at a time. And then, of course, you can do the these little guys for the insides if you want. We have this burst, very fun. This is more like just a big, bright, you know, background type thing on any kind of star, or it could even be like 4th of July firework or something, the glow behind a candle. And when you die cut it, you get the little stitch marks going out, and then this is cut all the way around on the sides. This one here will die cut a shape a little bit smaller than this one with the inside area, but then on the outside you've got little tiny holes that make kind of a burst of dots around it. So really fun images, tiny little stars, and then these guys here will die cut the branch images in your set. So as far as other stamps that coordinate with the dies, you've got this really fun sentiment, wishing you the best and brightest holiday season, which would fit in here. You could also fit the Merry Christmas in there. I'm not sure about this one. I think that's a little bit long. It's probably a little bit too long. And then this star obviously would fit in here. Your starbursts in this one here. So yeah, and it's photopolymer, so you can see through the stamps when you stamp with them. That's always helpful. Okay, and then the embossing folder. So the embossing folder is fun because after you die cut, or even before, you can line your dies up in hybrid embossing folders, by the way, like this one here. You can take and lay it inside. Let's see, this way. You lay it inside, you put your paper down, and it will emboss and die cut at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try. All right, let me grab some paper. This is our boho blue paper. So again, you figure out which side does it fit on, and it fits over here. Once you get that kind of shimmied into place, you put your paper within, and let's go this way. I have a 5.5 by 6 inch paper. I could put a 6 by 6 inch piece of cardstock in here. And then we'll grab the die cutting machine. Here's our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then for die cutting thick embossing folders, which is what you have with the hybrid, is you want the platform and then you want the gray, here it is, the gray plate. So let's lay this in here with the seam of our embossing folder going towards the rollers. This piece goes on top. This would be really fun with foil paper. So if you wanted to do something really extraordinary, emboss foil paper with embossing folders. It's always just a wow when you do that sort of thing. So now you open this up and you are going to get a slight cut into your embossing folders because dies cut no matter what they're touching. They're going to cut the platforms, the scratchy plates, right? So just keep that in mind. So when I pull this out, I now have embossed stars. I maybe should have done this in a gold, but that's still very pretty, and you can see the texture. You can see the 3D-ness of those pieces. Put some Wink of Stella on there, maybe some rhinestones or something. And then you've also got this fun embossed look. Now, if you didn't die cut, you would have these pieces still in place, just so you know. So imagine them without the cuts around them, and that would be a very pretty embossing folder all by itself as well, right? Okay, let's move on to other products that are in that suite. How's everyone doing so far? I am just so excited. I just watched the box opening video that was shared in our team that was done by my upline and my sister demonstrators. So Carol, Terry, sister demonstrators, and Susan, my upline, shared some amazing products from this catalog, far beyond what I purchased. I was just like, oh my gosh, now I have to get more of this stuff. It's just really fun to see it all in video form. So that's why I'm hoping that this video helps some of you to do some pre-planning. If you are a demonstrator, you can purchase this stuff now, right? And if you aren't a demonstrator, you can either become one getting some of this pre-order product in your starter kit so you can get it right away, and then you can get even more, or you can wait until September 6th and you can order it. So yeah, because everyone will be able to order on September 6th. So here are the specialty pack papers. And these papers, obviously, you can see a vanilla tone to the paper. There's Night of Navy, vanilla, and then, of course, the gold foil. Papers, this one especially, similar to a pack of papers that we had. Actually, there were a couple packs. There was one with, was it Blackberry Bliss and kind of like fall designs? And then there was another one that matched some ornament punches a while back. Just gorgeous, gorgeous papers. So here we have the specialty paper pack. It's only one-sided. You get 6 sheets. And you can see the fun foil designs. We have the beautiful leaves and berries. We have this type of pattern here, like a tile pattern. We have some stars. We have another tile pattern. Oh, these are basically the same patterns, only now with a vanilla background. And if I seem surprised as I'm sharing things with you, just know that I am just opening all this stuff now. That is how busy we have been. We've been having a blast. So we did Mall of America yesterday. Then we ate out at a restaurant local to us called Margie's, and I'm in love with that restaurant. I will give them free advertising any day. So much fun. Here's a couple of, I'm going to show you the other designer paper last. Here's a couple other items from that suite. The beautiful stars, and these stars are called the adhesive back star trinkets. So you get 35 of them. Really pretty, right? Gorgeous. There's 2 sizes, you can see. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That's 14 of the bigger ones, and then you get 3 by 21 of the smaller ones. Okay, and then we also have the ribbon. And the ribbon, when you first get it, look how dense that color looks. When I opened up my box, I was like, where's my Night of Navy ribbon? And this is the Night of Navy ribbon. When it's placed on top of itself over and over again, let's find the starting point here. I took the plastic off, but I haven't, oh, there we go. when it's placed upon itself over and over again, you see more of a black look. It was almost black. It was crazy. Let's do a little bow. This is like our glittered organdy ribbon. It does have more of a prominent glitter on one side, more so than the other. So when I tie this bow, I'm going to do rabbit ears for this one. There's different ways to tie bows. Let's just do rabbit ears. And then as I pull this little loop through, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. I'm going to flip this piece over as I tighten, and that will make my more prominent glittered side of the ribbon show on this side. So you can see again, and because it's glittered, it's going to catch a little bit. It's going to be hard to kind of manipulate, and then you're going to have a little bit of glitter come off. So just note, if you're not a glitter fan, just, you know, be wary that there's glitter that might come off the ribbon. Gorgeous. It's kind of a coppery color. Oh, copper and gold. There's copper and gold flecks in there. It's so pretty, you guys. You're going to love it. It could be used for things other than Christmas. A lot of these products can be used for things other than Christmas. Just like I pointed out with that die, you could use it for 4th of July or behind a candle, like maybe for a birthday card or so. Okay? All right. The designer paper's on your list, Cindy? Yes, I can totally get that. All right, and then the last hurrah of this suite is the designer paper. Let me just set my embossing and die cutting stuff off to the side here. Okay, the paper, the designer paper, and let's zoom out a tad so you can see it better, is really, really beautiful. So overall, this suite has a religious Christian theme to it. You've got images in the other stamp set of Bethlehem, baby Jesus. You know, you've got the animals, the camels, the lambs, that sort of thing, the cows. Some sentiments come in the other stamp set. So it's overall, it's a religious theme suite, but you can use it in different ways. The back sides of these papers are not necessarily screaming Christmas either, okay? So here we have our beautiful background, horizon, the desert, the stars, and then you can see on this side just a fun design, a very subtle design. I was going to tell you the colors of these. Let me flip this over quick. We have basic black, boho blue, copper clay, crumb cake, misty moonlight, night of navy, pebbled path, and very vanilla. So these two are back to back. Then we have this one, which is more sand toned, like you obviously see the ground here, but just, you know, you can use this for some other scene if you wanted to, or this paper, because of the browns and earthy colors, could be used just as a subtle background on a card. And then this is the design on the other side, which I'm tempted to turn this way, but you could really, there's really no up or down on this. Could be fish scales, it could be sunshine or sunrises, it could be drapery. I mean, just the different ways that you look at it, right? Us creative people, we're always thinking, how can we tweak this to make it look for the way we want it to look on our projects, right? Beautiful star scenery background. You have this watercolor wash look on here. Lots of little speckles too, so you can see that the artist who created the papers not only did washy kind of stuff on here, but they took and did some speckles, maybe lightened the areas on the design with water spots and stuff. Gorgeous stars, and here's some fun little stars on the back side. They could be asterisks. They could just be shiny little pieces. You could put this would be fun for paper piecing if you wanted to stamp the dress of a little girl, and you could take and cut out the dress. That would be a very fun pattern on material. Okay, and then we have, there we go. Ooh, just a fun blue wash. The boho, the misty moonlight, the night of navy, kind of all combining together. And then on this side, you have just another kind of wash with a very, very, can you see that? Yes, you can. Very subtle pattern. It's actually harder to see in person right here on my desk than, I mean, it's brighter on the screen there. Very fun. Okay, this could be sky, obviously. It could be ocean. And then we have another scene with our city from long ago, our starry sky. There's almost like a subtle little continuum city in the background here too, because you can see the buildings through here. Bethlehem, I'm guessing, right? But you can make it whatever you want. And then we've got this beautiful design here. I love this. It's just so rich. It's kind of got that black, small little accenting here and there with the copper clay, watercolor wash. Beautiful, beautiful. And here's another starry night. Could do a Van Gogh card. And then on this side is kind of like little tiny flower petal-y things here and there, connected in sort of a square or diamond pattern. And that is the Oh Holy Night designer paper that goes with the Oh Holy Night suite. All right, let's move on. Let's put this stuff in the back and grab another set of suite products. That was probably the suite that I bought the most of. I wanted a sampling of everything though. Crazy, crazy. Where did I put the... I might have put them somewhere else. Okay, let's take this pile next. Yeah, where did that go? Oh, here it is. I'm starting to put things in places that I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, we've got it. We've got our organization back together. And now I want to introduce you to a suite that you will find on pages 22, 23. And it is called Berry Christmas. And oh my gosh, super, super cute. There are little bears, like white polar bears. You could turn them, of course, into different bears because the stamp set includes bear images. So you could make black bears, brown bears, grizzly bears, you know, polar bears, obviously. And there's a punch that goes with it. And oh, I just wish I could have bought it all. So I don't have the bundle with the stamp set and the punch. I know, so sad. But I do have the embossing folder. And the embossing folder does snowflakes. It's a 3D embossing folder again, so nice and thick, deep embossing. You'll just take your paper. This time I have the Bashful Blue color. Bashful Blue, and again we will put just platform number 1, the embossing folder with the seam or the hinge at the top where it's going to come to the rollers first. And then we'll hang onto the handle and crank away. And we're gonna get our pretty design that looks like snow falling. Can you see that? There's snow falling, plus we have real dominant snowflakes within all those tiny little dots. So, so beautiful. Gorgeous. If you have the old snowfall folder, this is that folder with some extra snowflakes in it. So you may want to get it so it enhances, like on the front of your card, you could do that snowfall folder, and then on the inside, boom, it's even more. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that is the embossing folder called Snowflake Sky 3D. Also in that suite, there are some fun cards and envelopes and some fun cards that are memory and more, and all of those products coordinate with each other. I have not gotten those yet either, but they're on my wish list. And there's also designer paper, which, believe it or not, I haven't gotten, and I usually get all the designer paper, but I just wanted to get these things first, okay? Bashful Blue. Did I say Bashful Blue? Okay, what is it? Oh gosh, Balmy Blue. For some reason, I cannot remember the name of that color. I'm so sorry, Kathleen. Thanks for calling me on that, and I'm glad I caught your comment. Bashful Blue, yes, you're right, Gail, is a very old color. It's Balmy Blue. Maybe I just have to think of like weather when I'm seeing that color. Do you see this ribbon here? Can you see the glitter on it? It's glitter. It's glitter. Balmy Blue ribbon. And the ribbon is called Sparkle Ribbon. So if I hold it up here, you can see that it's got a very silvery, whitish, bluish sparkle to it. Lots of fun sparkle. And you can see in the photos of the catalog, but I wanted to make sure it's also has a velvet touch to it. So it's got a thickness and a softness. And if I was really, really small, I wouldn't mind sleeping on this. It's really, really soft. So tying a bow with this, because it's one-sided, you want to make sure, and we'll just do it the other way here. You want to make sure that when you're pulling that strand through, that you give it a twist, and then you tighten, and then you'll be able to see both on both legs of your ribbon. You'll be able to see the front side of that ribbon, okay? All right, so there's that. Again, this is a great ribbon for putting across. You could do multiple layers as a fun background. You can have it as a tag. It would be fun for a bookmark on a card. I mean, how wonderful that would be to have a bookmark card with some beautiful ribbon that people can touch and feel while they read. I'm a very tactile person, and I totally believe in, giving the gift of touch when you're learning, when you're living, when you're loving. Just touch is so important, right? And then we also have, I'm a hugger. I guess that's another thing that goes along with touch. Touch is important. Adhesive back glitter sequins. These are really, really fun because they're sequins, but not the typical sequins that you would think of. They do not have that look of being faceted. You don't feel a really high lift on them, if at all. They feel like the flat disc circles that we just showed earlier. They're super flat, low profile, and they just look like glitter. They look like glitter dot type things. So the colors would be, and I want to make sure I give you this correctly, we have Old Olive, but to me that looks like Granny Apple Green or even Parakeet Party because they're glittery. You could put them with lots of different colors. We have Blue, Balmy Blue, Bashful Blue, Bliss Blue. They would go with lots of old colors and lots of new colors. And then we also have the silver. So there's silver sparkles, but they also have kind of a whitish tone to them. So that's that, and you can see the two different sizes. You get lots of them, lots of bang for your buck on that embellishment. Okay, that is the third suite, and again, that's called Berry Christmas. Berry Christmas. The next suite that I want to share with you, I do have the designer paper for, as you can see, and that suite, oops, let me turn to it, is on pages 28, 29, Joy of Christmas. So let's start with the extras. We have some ribbon in that suite, and I'm putting these two ribbons side by side because one is older and one is newer. The newer one is the wider one that's about 1/2 inch thick. I believe that's the exact size of it. Yes, 1 centimeter. So 3/8 inches thick. Large check ribbon, 3/8 inches or 1 centimeter, and it is in black and very vanilla. This is black and white gingham ribbon. This little kind of check pattern or gingham pattern is in very vanilla and black. So you can see there's a slight difference, but it's not a real dominant yellowish vanilla. When you look at it without this ribbon next to it, it actually looks white and black. And if you're somebody who loves to use your blends markers, you can totally color on this ribbon to make it, let's go with Balmy Blue and black, or Daffodil Delight and black, or Parakeet Party and black. Great for a Christmas, or I'm sorry, a Halloween card, right? Wouldn't that be fun to have a green and black ribbon? So, interchange things. These sweet products do not have to be used just with the sweets alone. Thanks, Lisa Ann. Okay, and then the next embellishment that comes in this kit, because there's a couple of them, is this little pack here, and they're called the Loose Holly Gems and Sequins. Loose Holly Gems and Sequins. The colors are real red, gold, and shaded spruce. And you can see here, and we'll just shake a few into the lid. I think, oh, there we go. We just shook a few onto the paper too. That's always fun. These trays are a little shallow. We'll just go like this here. We'll lift up my paper and untape it from here so that when I want to put it back in, I can. So you can see that we've got gorgeous little holly leaves. We've got these rhinestones. These are rhinestones, you guys. So they're red on one side and silver on the other. So they actually have a little lift to them, red rhinestones. Ooh, and look at the different sizes, tiny little ones. And then we have the shaded spruce, but it's a very light shade of shaded spruce, by the way. Almost kind of a, I don't know, is that jade? It's very light in color. And it's got texture on both sides. And then, of course, you want to put your berries next to it so that you have your berries and holly. And then the notes are great because you're gonna love the paper that goes along with this. So you've got these gold notes, and I want to make sure I've hit on all of the pieces that are in here. Yes, I think that's what you've got in those. So we'll just tip those into, and we have some with static. We'll tip those back into the container, maybe not. And we'll move on to the designer paper. So the designer paper is the only other thing that I got in that suite. I know, everything is so pretty, you guys. You're gonna have a hard time making choices. I'm just gonna tell you. So let's center this again on my table. Oops, there we go. Center it, tape it down so it's nice and straight. This is what I do before the video starts. Okay, we got it down there. And we have it nice and wide, a wide screen so you can see it better. So this paper is the paper that goes with the Joy of Christmas suite. It's called the Joy of Christmas designer paper. The colors are cherry cobbler, old olive, pecan pie, pebbled path, real red, and shaded spruce. So let's take a look at all of these beautiful, beautiful papers. Again, a hand painted watercolory type of look to them. All right, so these two are back to back. You have that pebbled path kind of wood grain look, and then on this side, berries and the holly and the flowers and the pine cones, and then you have some beautiful flowers in there. There's the red flowers, white and red poinsettias, I think, I don't know. On this sheet, we have the fun checkered background ginghamish, right? And then we have some wood grain in the more brownish color. And then we have a little tiny version of this paper, kind of a miniature version, right? Like we're further away. We've got the berries, we've got the needles, like pine needle type branches, leaves, berries, very pretty. And on the back side, we have notes. So musical notes, we've got the treble clef in there. We've even got measures, and I don't see a bass clef in there, so it's all in the higher note range. And then, oh, just leaves, just leaves. This is totally, I want a whole bunch of sheets of this. Love this paper because you can use this one any time of year. You could use this one any time of year. You can use this one any time of year. This one does scream kind of winter with the red berries, but again, you know, lots of papers that you can use really in so many different times of the year. So let's see what's on the back side of this one. Ooh, it's like a very rich reddish color with, it just looks very spotted from far away, but when you look close up, you can see the outline of the berries and the leaves, the leaf shapes, almost like a fun drink. It's gorgeous. Very pretty. Another kind of checkered pattern, ginghamish pattern, and then we have the musical notes on this side, a little smaller look than the sheet that we had here, and kind of a wood background, right? So that's that one, and then the last one, just so pretty, you guys. The colors are so rich in this. Gorgeous. This is sort of similar to the red sheet that we just saw, only it's in the greens and blues. Has that same kind of pattern to it where you can just see subtly some little tiny drawings of the berries and the holly. Okay. All right, so now I see some comments on the website about the catalogs. I did want to address that. Will you please all look at your catalogs? There were some printing issues that happened with a few of these, and I need to know from my people that I sent catalogs to if you have errors in your catalogs. So look at your page numbers and get back to me soon. All right, then we have another suite, and this other suite is called Winter Meadow. Let me move these items back over to my desk in the back here, and we'll bring over Winter Meadow. By the way, if you've ever noticed what's behind me, these organizers, even these little guys here, see if I can pull them out, these little containers, shelves, ribbon holders, blends holders, ink holders, all of that stuff, the paper racks that you see behind me, those come from Stamp and Storage. They're a company that I go to for my large organizational pieces for my craft room, furniture type pieces, good quality, made out of sturdy wood. I totally support that company in so many ways. I love their stuff. They are having a sale right now, free shipping. I do have a link in my blog post that's connected to this video. So make sure that you go to the blog post and then scroll down a little bit so that you can see the information on that. All right, this next suite is Winter Meadow. Winter Meadow is on pages 36 and 37, and I'm thinking that I actually got all of this suite. This is one that I got everything from. Okay, so I have, oh, this, by the way, comes from Stamp and Storage too, these little folders and these magnet sheets. I love that company. Okay, so look at all these beautiful dies. We have outline dies right here and here, these kind of frame pieces, and they go around the images of the stamps in the set. Then we've also got some more detailed type dies, and if you look at this, and I'll zoom in a tad so you can see better. If you look at this, you can see that it will die cut a nice pretty little branch with tiny berries. Wouldn't that be fun to add maybe some red berries too after you've cut it out in a green color? You've got holly leaves and these pine branches, and these are tiny little berries, so you can die cut a bunch of tiny little berries and stick those down. This is kind of like a cattail looking thing here, I think. I don't know. Maybe this is, oh, that stuff that hangs and you kiss under it. Mistletoe. It looks like mistletoe to me, the way the leaves are shaped. So yeah, lots of fun dies that coordinate with all these shapes, all of these shapes. And then you've got some sentiments in there. This stamp set is cling mount, so you always get a very nice clear image, especially with a stamp image like this, or even this one in here. All of these are what we call distinctive stamps. Distinctive stamps have that light and dark look to them without having to stamp down multiple separate images. They have that light and dark look within the stamp itself. And you can't get that very well with photopolymer. You can really well though with your cling stamps. Cling stamps just have a more defined look to them. So that is the advantage. The advantage to photopolymers, you can totally see through them. So, you know, I have a combination of both and I love both of them for their different reasons. The colder weather brings us together. May this season sparkle. A season of sparkle bring joy and delight, winter wishes. It's not necessarily saying anything religious either. So if you're someone who has friends that don't have the same belief system that you do or whatever, you can send them this card without, you know, feeling like you're, you know, pushing anything onto them. You know what I mean? There's just different, this is just more about winter than anything and the seasons. So we have things that appeal to everybody depending on where you feel you want to send your winter cards. Okay, what else do we have in that suite? We have this gorgeous ribbon, which also has a white look to it, but is also kind of sheer, and it is called Sheer Ribbon, 1/2 inch, silver and white. There we go, silver and white, 1/2 inch sheer ribbon. If we lay this across a dark, is my magnet sheet? I'm gonna pick a dark, here, we'll grab this. If you lay this across a dark something or other, you can see the silver and the whitish look to it a little bit more. Okay, so, and then much thinner than our other one, than the iridescent. In fact, if you look at it, it kind of can have that stretchy look to it, so that it makes it look narrower or it makes it look wider depending on how you move it. It looks the same on both sides, so you don't have to worry about twisting the ribbon when you tie it in a bow. It doesn't have wire in it, but it has that feel that you can adjust it into different shapes. It's just really a nice pliable type of ribbon. I think this might be my favorite. Of course, when you color it, you're going to get a different tone. So again, you can come in with blends markers, and you can, change the white to a different color. You can possibly even change that silver, because silver has a whitish sheen to it when it shines. You can possibly even change that so it looks more like a green foil or a red foil or a blue foil or a yellow foil, depending. So play around with your blends markers. I'd love to see designs that you come up with too. By the way, I always forget to share this. If you are new to my channel or you're watching on Facebook for the first time, my website is stampyourartout.com. If you're watching on YouTube right now, the description of the video, or the description has the link to my blog post in it. And when this video is done, I'll transfer that description over to the Facebook video so that those of you on Facebook can access that. Okay, let's go to another embellishment. This embellishment here, oh, that's funny. I've got a unique one in that corner. This is called the Faceted Gems Trio Pack. And you can see that the gems, all but that one, ignore that one. You get 5 by 5, you get 25 of each color. They do have a little bit of a rise to them, so they're bumpier. And the colors that are listed for these are Lost Lagoon, that's this one here, white, oh, that's Lost Lagoon. This is Lost Lagoon here, this is white, and this is Smoky Slate. Although this has a very bluish tone to it, so I can see that going with the Lost Lagoon. I can see this going with Pool Party. I was expecting the color to be listed as Pool Party. This is a very Pool Party look to it. But Pool Party and Lost Lagoon are very closely related. And this I could even see as silver. Now this is interesting. I wonder if there's like a shell that I can take off here. This one just got flawed. Sometimes that happens. Whenever you have a product that is defective in any way, you call Stampin' Up. So I'm going to set this off to the other side of my desk and let them know that that happened. Okay, let's bring in designer papers. We have 2 in this suite. We have one that is specialty, and the specialty pack is called Snowflake Magic. The color is Lost Lagoon. Let me look in the catalog here. Snowflake Magic, Lost Lagoon, and silver is listed. And that's it. Okay, so Lost Lagoon and silver, because I knew there was another color in there. Let's zoom out, that's really close, and take a peek at these papers. All right, here we go. We get 2 of each of the 3 one-sided designer papers, and they're all foiled, so they have a sheen to them. This is more matte with little foil accenting on them, and this little snowflake design is actually in another stamp set that I haven't gotten yet, although I got the other part of the bundle for it. Don't ask me why I didn't get the stamp set yet. I don't know, but look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous, right? And then we also have this one, which is the white and silver. Just kind of a fun little design. And then we also have this one, which is white on Lost Lagoonish foil design, which, you can again see this as going with like that old color. Is it Bermuda Bay that we had? I can see it even going with Pool Party, maybe. I don't know. Pool Party's a little light, but just really gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love sparkle. I'm sure a lot of you do. It's hard not to like sparkle. It's just one of those happy things, right? We have one more pack of designer paper. This is really, really pretty designer paper, so I'm excited to introduce that to you as well. Let's bring over the pack of paper that's called Winter Meadow. Winter Meadow, usually when you have a suite, the designer paper, the printed designer paper with designs that goes with it is called the same thing. So Winter Meadow, Sweet Winter Meadow designer paper. And again, we have that watercolor wash, watercolor painted design look. Lots of pretty imagery in here. Let's go ahead and flip this one over and see what we have on the back side. Icicle looking, isn't it? It looks like it's on a window and the frost has hit it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So many pretty colors that are being shared. In fact, let's flip it over. We have in this pack Basic Black, Blueberry Bushel, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Smoky Slate. Ooh, do you see the deer? So my friend Kel Rosengren, she featured this suite in the demonstrator box opening in our team. And she used this with the Grove dies that have the deer and the fun little scene that's kind of wrapped around. I have to show that to you guys. And then this has deer in it. So it's perfect to coordinate as the background layer in there. I love that she did that. If you cut these pieces into 6, the sheet into 6, you can get vertical cards with a deer each, and you could do a little sentiment up here and instantly have 12 pretty winter cards to send out. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's fun to see your comments, you guys. All right, on the back side of that is kind of another wash look. This is more like rock, I want to say. It's got a kind of a rock, the surface of a rock sort of look to it. On this sheet, we have the leaves and berries, and on the back side, another wash look in a solid color. I'm guessing all of the backs are solid color, like one color. I think they are. So this is more peacocky, and it's got, kind of that frosted look as well. On this paper with the little hills of trees, we have a smoky slate kind of wash look, which again, to me, reminds me of the surface of a rock. I don't know why. I love rocks though. Okay, and then we've got blue little berries and some leaves, and on the back side, blueberry bushel wash. This paper is so pretty. Oh. Okay, and then on the back side of the trees, we have this very light green and white-ish look, kind of the same colors that are here. I cannot wait to play. I'm so excited to create with these new products. Let's set our winter Meadow suite aside. And now we're going to go a little bit closer in time because fall comes before winter, right? So let's look at some fall designs. Road, reminds me of a road or train tracks. Which one, Leanne? Now I'm curious. A road or train? I'll have to go back and look. Okay, this next suite. We have 2 more suites. This next one is called All About Autumn. And again, I couldn't get everything, but I wanted to show you parts and pieces of all the suites, as many as I could. And this one, I couldn't pass up the designer paper and the ribbon. So let's take a look at the ribbon. The ribbon is called Copper and Natural Ribbon. You have a natural with, as Terry Phelps, my friend, said on the box opening party, it's kind of got a greenish tinge to it, really does. So it's earthy, but with kind of a coolish earth color instead of kind of yellow. It's not yellowy, I guess is what I'm saying. And then this copper almost looks like a foil, like you want to bend it, but it doesn't have wire in it. It's just foil covered type of threads, and it's 1/4 inch thick. This one here is about 1 inch thick, I believe. We can measure it and check it out. Yes, 1 inch and 1/4 inch. And then we also have in that suite a stamp set, some dies, and their leaves, and they also have texture to them, like it's really, really pretty. You're gonna love the leaves. There's some embellishments that I didn't get that have kind of a pebble look to them. They are gorgeous. They're in very earthy pink, vanilla, orangish, like a coppery orange and green tones. There's an embossing folder that I have to get now after seeing Terry's video. And then there's also another designer paper that's specialty that has some foil to it. But the only other thing that I got in this suite was the actual designer paper that matches the suite name. So this is called All About Autumn. You can see that there are 12 double-sided designs, 4 of each. That makes 48 sheets. And most of them are scenes. Well, on the front side, most of them are scenes. So let's take a look at those scenes. We have beautiful fall scenery here with the sun either rising or falling. Leaves on the ground. Hang on, I'm going to pick these up if I can grab them. And then we have like a sweater look some sweater, some knit look, I should say. Then we have like a path to somewhere woodsy in this design here. I'm too close to the camera, sorry about that. With the fall leaves, the colors on the trees are turning golds and reds. We have wood, like some distressed looking wood, older wood, aged wood, planks, and then above an aerial view of kind of the forest area and some trees that have some beautiful color on them, changing color. If you ever get a chance to fly in an airplane in the fall when the colors are changing, oh my goodness, it is such a rich experience. Here's some more fabric. You can tell it's fabric because of the folds, right? Just a different kind of fabric. I don't know what kind that is. I'm not a seamstress. We have pumpkins, an aerial view of pumpkins, an overhead view. So lots of different types of pumpkins, squash, just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. These are the kind of pumpkins that I love collecting. I don't know why. I just think that that misty blue color is just stunning. We have books. We have a bookshelf of either encyclopedia sets or older volumes of, you know, research books or stories, who knows, right? You could probably scroll in really close and read the titles. Then we have an overhead look at a bunch of leaves on the ground that have just been rained on, or they're close to a puddle of water because they're a little wet. We have the upholstery on a piece of furniture, couch, chair. We also have this look here, which, you know, can go in different directions depending on whatever you want this to be in the background. It could be a branch coming out of a tree. It could be a trunk of a tree, just stunning with the light coming through the leaves. And then we also have some more books, a close-up look at some books that are on the shelf, stacked. Let's flip it over. So on the back side, we have a copper foil to all the patterns. So we have lots of fun patterns that have a copper sheen to them. Hopefully you can, yeah, you can see that. So just different patterns. Just, yeah, lots of different designs. I don't think that there's anything like, well, this one could be like a little rope design, but most of them are just patterns, not specific images or scenes or anything. Lots of beautiful colors. Yum. Moody mauve with copper is stunning. Gorgeous, you guys. Look at all of this. Really pretty. So that is the All About Autumn designer paper pack from the All About Autumn suite. You can purchase products in suites individually too. I don't know if I mentioned that. I did say that you can order them all at once, but you can also order individual pieces like I've done. We have one other suite, and then I have just individual things to show you. So on the last suite of the catalog, I think I purchased, did I purchase everything? Hang on a minute. Yep, I purchased everything. So this is another one where I got everything, and I'm going to zoom out. You can already see it's got a Halloween theme to it. Being a mom, I love, and a mom of boys, and a wife to a husband who loves scary movies. I am all about Halloween. We love Halloween at our house. The Bag of Bones stamp set. So the suite name is called Them Bones, T-H-E-M, Them Bones. And again, you can order it with one order number. The suite is shown on pages 48 and 49 of the mini catalog. Look at all the little parts and pieces. You can put together your own fun little skeletons with this. Had this stamp set come out about 10 years ago, my youngest would have been all over it. He was in love with skeletons for a long period of time. People were buying him cutesy little skeleton, things like masks or things to set on the desktop, just cutesy little guys. And it was so much fun to see his excitement when he would see skeletons. I don't know. Maybe he'll be a doctor and he'll study bones someday. Who knows? But we've got little arms here that are bent, little legs that are bent. You can take and stamp this guy as a whole. You've got this guy here to do with the pieces that come here. You've got a little dog. You've got a little cat. You've got a bat. You've got a bow tie. You've got a necktie. You've got a mustache. You've got a French beret hat. You've got a heart, another bat over here, a rose, a more like a sun hat. And then you've got fun sayings in there. No bones about it. You're a sweet friend. Eat, shriek, and be scary. Boo to you. I love this saying. Bonjour. And then happy Halloween. It is see-through, so photopolymer. Along with that, we have the dies. So every image in here, most likely you can die cut. Let me look for that mustache. Maybe that mustache you can't. But let's see. We've got the bow tie. We've got the heart. We have, well, there's an extra little bow tie. So maybe the tiny, tiny ones here, you don't. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they're together. Hang on. Let's take a peek at that stamp. Because that one, oh, it is. It's all together. Do you see this little hat, mustache, and necktie? That's all one piece. And so if we look through here, yes, there it is. This one will die cut those stamps together. The mustache will not get die cut, but if you wanted the beret and the necktie, you could do that and then just stamp the mustache separately. What else? Oh, and then there's extra things in here. There's a moon, there's stars, there's extra little bones, there's grass, there's a gate, there's a tombstone, a little frame here for putting some words within. There's also this here that would go in the background of it. You've got boots, you've got hats, you have a cane and a bow tie. This is the rose. What else? The cat. Shoes, little shoes, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, now keep these dies in mind when we look at the designer paper, because the designer paper also will work with the dies. Do you see this? This looks like just vanilla paper. And if it was night, if it was dark out, I'd have somebody down here helping me to turn off all the lights. But this is glow-in-the-dark paper. I cannot turn off all the lights because I have a very, very large window in my room and it's daytime. So you're not going to see that glow-in-the-dark look, but it was featured in our demonstrator group's box opening that they had, and oh, it glows. It's so cool. So if you want glow-in-the-dark paper, you can get it, and you can also get glow-in-the-dark embellishments. These are the bats, let's see what they're called, glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts. Let me slide these out of here. I just trimmed these open, but I haven't slid any of these out, so they're still a little stiff. So there you can see little tiny flying bats and little tiny flying ghosts, and they glow in the dark as well. Just really fun. Fun for making those cute little Halloween treats, sending a fun card to somebody, making scrapbook pages, maybe some home decor. So that's that for those goodies. And then let's take a look at the paper. So this is the designer paper. How's everyone doing, by the way? I'm just talking and talking and talking. The grass also looks like a heart rate. I love that, Kim. Yes, I agree with you. Let me find that again. So if you put this in here and you put it next to the heart die, you could have this fun little squiggle. Maybe die cut it twice right next to each other and then trim out where they end, and you'd have like that. Oh, I love that idea, Kim. That is so creative. Way to think outside the box. So we have here, this kind of paper design here allows for you to do some quick and easy cards because you have some fun backgrounds ready to go. You could just put a skeleton on there, a glow-in-the-dark skeleton with some words, fun little, smaller little layers here. Looks like a spotlight on a dancing skeleton, trick or treat, creep it real. On the back side of that is your words, little lines of words that say boo and eek. The colors, I gotta tell you the colors. Let's just scoot those aside for a minute. Colors are basic black, Cajun craze, pumpkin pie, and starry sky. And we have skeletons. So here we look at our dies again, because our skeletons, if we pull these guys out, this one here will die cut skeletons. So there you go. If you wanted to have quick and easy skeletons, especially like Susan had said in the video that was again in our group, she said if you don't want to emboss, because stamping white on black is a little bit harder to see unless you emboss it with white embossing powder, but you can get that look, emboss it, Takes a little bit more time, but die cutting it from the paper, you have that light on dark look. You also have the dies that match the kitties and the dogs, so this whole paper could be die cut. On the back side, you have this herringbone little design, really pretty in orange and colors like that. Then you've got little tiny tombstones, little tiny tombstones. And even if you don't have kids, this is still a fun, fun sweet to have in case you wanted to send cards to someone to brighten their day, because anything kid related, I mean, we've all got kids in us, and it will brighten up and cheer up someone's day to see these cute little images. A fun little design here, kind of a nice pattern, like a cloth pattern. Tiny little skeletons dancing. You've got the moons, you've got the bats. On the back side of that one are bones that are going up and down and up and down to have kind of a zigzag look. On this paper, you have images that match these dies. So you can do this one, you can do that one, so you can die cut your tombstones with that paper. All right, flip. Oh, and this is another one where if you cut it down the center a couple times and then you cut across the middle, you could have instant cards ready to go. On the back side, you have that herringbone, but now it turns into little tiny bats. You can see little faces within those little creatures there, right? On this paper, we have the pretty bluish side, the starry sky side, and then on the back side, we have flying bats in sort of a lighter sky design. Alrighty, so there's that. Fun, lots of creating. I bet you could do some fun treats with that. So let's take and move that aside, and we're gonna go on now to, well, there is one more suite, but I only have one part to it. So I'm gonna flip to that page. There's one more suite, and I didn't get the whole thing. I only got the embellishment from it. It's called Garden Walk, and there are these beautiful iridescent-y pearls in them. They're called blooming pearls. Again, this is the first time I've opened these up, so I gotta kind of get it used to me pulling it in and out. And there we have pinks and greens and peacocky colors. Let's see what colors are in there. The colors are garden green, gold, petal pink, and pretty peacock. And again, because they have an iridescent sheen to them, your pearls can be used with other colors as well. Let's hold that up against the white. Sorry about that, much easier to see. So there, and we have two different sizes. It's always fun to have two different sizes. Houndstooth, did I say herringbone? Houndstooth pattern, thank you. Again, I'm not a fabric girl. I thought I had heard herringbone somewhere else, so I went with that, but houndstooth sounds better. Okay, we've got some extras. These are extras, and these are just like stamp sets or bundles or embellishments, or what else do I have in here? There's little tiny gifty creation kind of products. There's a punch. All right, so I have the Joy to You stamp set. The Joy to You stamp set was instantly on my wish list. I love this because the images in the catalog sold me on it. They took and did these in different colors, and it just looks stunning. Plus, word sets are always great. You can match up words with images from different sets, from papers, from just adding a punched leaf behind a little layer of sentiment. So sending good tidings, peace and joy, may your Christmas be merry, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. So that's the Joy to You stamp set. Then I have a bundle, and that one goes with the Wishes All Around stamp set and the coordinating Wishes All Around dies. The bundle, and I'm just gonna, over here on the side, because you can't see yet, turn to these pages so I can tell you a little bit about them as we go. 21 is where you'll find this stamp set, page 21. And the bundle that I'm sharing with you right now is found on page 35. Again, stunning images in the catalogs. Catalogs are beneficial just for the inspiration and ideas. So we have stamps that look like they're in a wreath shape or formation. We've got an extra tree over here, an extra branch, some snowflakes, And then there are some sentiments. And over here, you can make lots of different wreaths with these images. So this one will do all snowflakes. And then you've got your snowflake accents. This one will do all trees, but of course you want to have your detail of your trees stamped. So that's why we have a stamp of that one. And then you've got a few extra little trees that you can stamp here and then die cut separately. And then again with the branches have stamped images here, but you can also take and die cut branch images. And that's just a great set for making fun little wreaths. So there's that bundle. The next item that I want to share with you, you're gonna like say, what? Why, Rachel? Why did you not? I know, I got a punch and I didn't get the coordinating stamp set, and I'm a snowflake fanatic. I love snowflakes. There's a snowflake stamp set called Sparkling Snowflakes, and it goes with this punch, but the punch can also be used alone. We're unlocking the bottom here. Now it's released and we can punch with it. You're gonna have a little bit of cardstock lost at the top. You can see here that this goes really high up. So you want to make sure that when you're punching that you give it about an inch at the top before you have any stamped words. So let's say you've already got something that you stamped on. If it doesn't have a good inch at the top, or even inch and a quarter, inch and a half, it's probably not going to look right when you put it in here and punch, because you have to shove it all the way to the top to get that full snowflake. So now we're going to punch it down. My tip to you is punch before stamping, right? So we've stamped or punched it out, and we got these little extra bits here that you could put somewhere if you wanted to. But this is the result. You have the beautiful tag topper of a snowflake, and then you can turn this into a bookmark or a tag or just a layer on your project. Really pretty, really fun punch. So that's that. The other item that I have here in this pile is on page 41. And on page 41 of the catalog, you're going to see this product called Nested Treat Boxes. And if I just kind of tap this, you can see that some are smaller than others. So you've got a small and you've got a tall, and we're just going to assemble one together. So you fold along the score lines, and they've got tape here for us. That's always good. We're going to fold along the score lines, and then we're going to connect the sides to those taped pieces. So let's take and remove the adhesive backing and just connect. Take that edge, bring it right up to the fold line. Do the same thing on this side. Tuck it back there. In fact, pull it away while you line it up. Pull it away with your finger, line it up, and then connect. Same thing here. And if you need to, you can use the take your pick tool or a tweezers to help kind of grab that. There's that one. And then the last one, keep it pulled away, connect, and there we go. So there is a thing that looks like a drawer. Now we take and put together a base. A base piece does not have the notch in it. Fold up on all those score lines, connect. And the reason why I'm not taking the adhesive off beforehand is because if I take and connect these with adhesive exposed and this other side touches it, it would start bonding right away. This is really strong adhesive. It feels like the tear and tape. So just be, careful not to connect where you don't want to connect yet. Okay, and pull that away and then connect. Now we can take and insert. And this is really cool here. There we go. You have a drawer. You have a drawer ready to go. It comes with, it comes with 8 food-safe boxes, and they can stack. You could do a giant countdown to Christmas with them. That's what I was thinking right away. But yeah, just a fun little way to gift something to somebody. I probably did this a little too tight, but there we go. It's a little drawer. Super fun. I think this one's a little tight, so be careful when you put them together that your outside one isn't too tight. All right, so there's that. Decorate them up, make them crafty. All right, let's grab the next pile. We have just a couple piles left, and the piles are small. I hope you're still sticking with me. My gosh, it's late. Okay, let's go to page. We're now turning to page 47. 47, you're going to find the So Sincere stamp set. Again, love word stamp sets, sentiment stamp sets, and look at all the beautiful sayings within this. The fonts are amazing, and you can cover a lot of different occasions for making cards. You're in my heart and prayers, just for you. So thankful. Happy birthday. Be grateful. Just love spending time with you. You can read them all, but you can see just gorgeous fonts. I love them all. This is, I just noticed, and I should have been looking at this stuff beforehand, but this is one of the Million Achiever stamp sets, Sandy Hancock. Way to go, Sandy. Yay, I love it. Beautiful set. So that is a great set to just have for any time of year. We also have another bundle to share with you. This bundle is shown on page 51 of the catalog, Pick of the Patch. Pick of the Patch has little tiny pumpkins, squash, birds, leaves, little tendrils. Did I get that name right? I hope so. And then, of course, some sentiments. Cutie Pie. Thanks so much. Happy Halloween, Harvest of Blessings. You're the pick of the patch. So cute. Do you see the punch? The punch goes with it. It punches out the leaves. It punches out stems and a couple different pumpkin shapes here so that you can get some cute stacked and layered pumpkins on your projects. Fun, fun, fun. This set, by the way, is photopolymer, so you can see through it when you're going to put the faces on. This one is cling mount. I keep forgetting to share specifics. I'm sorry about that. Another set that we have, and I'm going to grab a sister stamp set of that. That one is called, and I think I have it on this side. That one is called More Wishes, and it goes with, wrong one, it goes with Biggest Wish. So you can combine these together and use them to make so many different sentiments, sentiments, sayings, whatever. So this one I use a ton. I love it. Stamp in one color, stamp in another color. You can layer on top if this one's light and this one's darker. Then you've got the More Wishes, which has, you know, these extra little words down here, which are also in the big words here. So you can cover, you know, New Year's time, Christmas, you know, just wishes of any sort, right? Merry wishes, Merry thanks, hello, new you. That could be a baby card. Who knows? You can mix and match. Getting creative on the spot. Way to go, Rachel. Okay, next one. Throwing some trash away. We have the last pile. The last pile has, oh, and by the way, that stamp set can be found on page 55. And now I'm going to page 56. This is a stamp set that you should already see some designs out there with, because this is one that a lot of demonstrators could get really early. We had a special event that demonstrators attended. It was just a kind of a crafting event online, sponsored through Stampin' Up! And this was the bundle that you were allowed to purchase if you registered for that event. So it's called Translucent Floral Stamp Set and Translucent Floral Dies. Again, page 56. It's stunning. Can you see the different shades, light to dark, right? And so this here is one of those distinctive stamp sets. You have sentiments in here. You have imagery that can be cut out with the detailed die, the frame dies. And then you have these little dies here, which can make layers of flowers, a stem, little petals, little leaves. So translucent florals, check it out. Also in the catalog, we have another sentiment stamp set. This one's found on page 61, and it's called Throughout the Year, and it covers a lot of holidays. We've got New Year, Easter, happy holidays, best of luck. You mean so much to me. Valentine's Day is in there, trick or treat, birthdays, thank you. That could be used for St. Patrick's Day, or just, you know, like somebody who's trying to achieve something. So a great stamp set with fun different font combos within the different sentiment sayings. Really cool. And then we also have this stamp set. This stamp set is found on page 63. I thought it was very fun to have that look of the words in white coming through. I thought this would be a fun one to play around with. You have your cheers, you're so thankful, 'tis the season. So kind of covering a lot of those things that happen around end of November through the beginning of January. A little wash of watercolor wash look, like a brush stroke, some bubbles to go with the glasses, or because we have little tiny dots around here, you could just make bigger dots around it as well. So really fun. Cheers to the season. That stamp set is cling mount because you have some detail on there. It is also distinctive, and this one is cling mount, and this one is cling mount. Okay, let's move over to the last couple things. The last couple things I have, oh, this one's actually shown on page 62 of the catalog. I have not opened it yet, but I saw it in open form, and you really don't have to assemble anything with this. This is called the Classic Gift Card Envelope, and obviously it fits gift cards. So if you're looking for that perfect little tiny envelope, pre-made, ready to go, you can get these, and they have a little closure here. They just slip inside like that, so you can decorate. It's white, smooth cardstock. I believe it's made from the basic white cardstock that we have or something similar. And the last hurrah is something that I didn't even see until some people on my team, we were talking in our private Facebook group, and oh my gosh, I had no clue. These are circle dies. Look how big they are. You have sizes that range from about 5 3/4 inches to about an inch. So lots of different size deckled circles. So they all have that kind of uneven look all the way around. Really fun to add to your shape collection of dies. How many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 layering circles. Can you imagine all the layering die projects that are out there and what you could do with this collection of dies? Just so fun. All right, so that is called the Deckled Circle Dies. Again, you don't want to miss out on the new products when they come out, you guys. Such good stuff. I'm going to bring you over to my computer screen because we are going to show, I'm just going to move this over here. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going to show you my blog post that is connected to this video. So let's take a peek over there really quick. On my blog post, dated for August 11th, again, oops, hang on, Rachel's talking somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there, we just shut the computer off. We'll do that again. Rachel's talking somewhere. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to shut the sound off on my computer. But if you look through here, you can see the picture that's also in the image for the video. And if you scroll down, we have that stamp and storage sale that I talked to you about. You can find the information there, free shipping. And then there's also a new paper pumpkin kit that is going to be released in September. When the new kit is shipped the month before, advertisement comes out for the following month. So don't let this confuse you. Those of you that are subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, this is not the kit you are now going to be getting this month that just shipped. The one that we're going to be getting is the Meaningful Flowers one. This one is a new one that will ship next month. It gives people this way a month's time to kind of get to know the kit, see the advertisements for it, get peeks. There's also this extra coordinating product that you can now purchase in the online store. It's a fun journal. So we scroll down even further, and this is where you can find information on that Paper Pumpkin kit. So if you want to learn more about September's Paper Pumpkin kit, it's right in there. Okay, what else do I want to share before we sign off? Don't forget your bonus days coupons that you earned last month. If you are purchasing, if you're getting anything this month, don't forget to grab those coupons that you may have earned last month because you can only use them this month and redeem them, right? Might as well get that $5 off on order. If you didn't earn any last month, that's okay because Stampin' Up! Has great product and you'll want to get your hands on it. Visit my blog at stampyourartout.com. Click the shop button to shop and see all these goodies. The things that I just shared now, though, again, they're not available until September 6th. So you have to wait, or you can get the starter kit. You can go to my blog and click on Join the Fun, and you can get the starter kit. If you are a demonstrator, enjoy all the pre-ordering time and the sneak peeks that you get to have on your own. Enjoy sharing with your customers. If you are a customer of someone, just look forward to being able to purchase from them. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's it. So I will sign off. Let's give a big round of applause to both Trisha Josephs on YouTube and Lisa Marshall on Facebook. I appreciate you two more than you know. So do the rest of us. We're so grateful that you're here to help me out with these lives and answer questions. Okay, so someone just asked a question and I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. Where did it go? I'm scrolling through these things here. This isn't good for me to do. Page 79, framing foliage host reward. Can demonstrators order this right now? You stumped me. I don't think so. Let me take a peek. I don't think that we're able to. I think we have to earn them once the catalog begins. There are times where they allow us to pre-purchase host sets. I'm checking out the, I'm logged in. Hang on. Let's see. If we go to happening now and we go to, you know what? That's a great question. Trisha, Lisa, do you have the answer for that? Because I didn't pre-purchase. I like to wait until the catalog goes live and then I earn it. So let's click on the learn more and scroll down. Yeah, they change it all the time. Anybody know? I shouldn't have tried to answer a question on the spot. Hopefully, Lisa or Trisha knows the answer, and I will, you know what I'll do? I'll tweak my blog post and I'll get the answer in there. That way you can visit back in a few minutes and we'll have the answer there. Take care, everyone. I hope that you had a great time seeing the sneak peeks. I didn't have time to create with this yet because, again, we have guests from out of the country visiting us. They are right now, they're exploring Minneapolis. And they'll be back later on tonight and we'll have dinner together. So I will take time right now to update my blog post to answer that question. All right, take care. We'll see you all later. Have a great week. We'll see you live next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Bye, everyone. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.